everyone. Welcome back. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so excited. I have Allie, Jessica, and Jen from Under the Plumbob podcast. So thank you so much for being here today, ladies.
Woo, thank you for having us. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for coming. I'm so excited for this interview. And again, thank you so much for rescheduling because this was supposed to happen in April. It's just a family emergency had happened. And I'm like, I have to go. I literally picked up my stuff that night and just left. And I was like, I'm so sorry. So thank you guys so much for rescheduling. But why don't we start this off? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves and your Sims history? And we'll start with Allie.
Okay, yeah. So I've been playing Sims for since like Sims 2000, I want to say, since that was a thing on CD-ROM and like you gotta like put it in there and everything. And yeah, but I somehow skipped Sims, like Sims 1 and Sims 2, and I just went straight into Sims 3.
Okay.
And so Sims 3 is when I jumped back into it, and I've been on it ever since. And that's where honestly where I found all my mods, and I started with the Wicked Whims and all the bad stuff. I'm the bad influence, not that bad influence, because it's not bad. People just have their different niche, different stuff when it comes to life and The Sims. Yep. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll is really
Yes, I just learned everything I needed to know about you in about 5 seconds.
Pretty much. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll is how my Sims play.
Jessica, how about you?
I actually started playing The Sims really early, like very early 2000s with Sims 1. Like my friend had it. I was completely console for the longest time. We played Sims 1 on the console. I bought and played Sims 2 on the console for years, and then I started playing Sims 3 on the console, and then for Christmas one year I got Sims 3 for the computer, and I've been PC all the way. And yeah, I've played all 4 iterations of the game.
I love it. Jen, how about you?
I am kind of the same boat, but I started out playing on the computer. Funny enough, I got my Sims 1 game out of Scholastic book fairs are like a huge thing.
Yes.
And I got Sims 1 and I got the Sims 1 from the Scholastic like catalog, and like that probably wasn't a game they should have been selling. I was in like 6th grade, I think. That wasn't a game probably a 6th grader should have bought, but I did. And then I played we got the console, like I grew up kind of poor, so like I didn't get PC upgrades. I ended up playing on the console. I got the PS2 when I was like 14, and I played like every console game. Like I played that all the time, and I would like listen to my CDs on my boombox because this was like 2004 and boomboxes were cool. And then I got back into it, like I got a laptop for my graduation present in 2007. So then I got into Sims 2 on the PC, and then Sims 3 came out and I got that because I was an adult and I had adult money finally. And then Sims 4 came out, and then like I was playing Sims 4 like religiously, and nobody expects it out of me because I'm like the quiet one, but like I also have the bad mods. Like my partner will roast me. He's like, yeah, because you got them dirty mods pulled up. Excuse me. I also play nice things in my game. I just like real world experience. If you walk by one day and like, I don't know which mod makes it where you can have them naked, but like you can like set the lot to like no clothes. But I set the gym to no clothes. And there's just like people running on the treadmill with no clothes on. And he's like, what are you doing? Why do you yell at, like, I don't yell at him. He's like, why do you go off on me with naked people in my game? And you've got naked people, a whole gym of naked people.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my God. So I started playing Sims in 2003. I was 10. And I played 1, I played 2, I didn't play 3 because I was in college/university at the time. And I only got back into The Sims from Kelsey and Peacha K's 100 Baby Challenge. It really got me back into it. And I bought it when it was like, you know, again, 88% sale. It's like Origin always puts these like weird numbers. It can't be 90. It can't be 85. It's like in between. So I bought it for like $4.99, but I splurged to get the digital exclusive for like 65 cents, you know, splashed it out. So it's so funny you say mods. So when I first started this, I've only been saucy for like just about a year and a half. That's pretty generous to say that. I was pretty vanilla. I was like, I don't play with CC, I don't play with mods, I don't play with EA, I just so that was me. So I started doing, I'm also a sim storyteller, so I needed the mods in CC for storytelling and specifically poses. So I had only ever heard Wicked Whims, and I didn't really have the full concept of what Wicked Whims super was. So I downloaded it and I opened it in the game, and my oldest character, who's an elder, is about to take a shower. She is butt naked. I didn't know what the fuck to do because everything was sagging, and I saw her cookie and her milks, and I was just like, oh my god, what the hell do I do? I slammed my lid down because I was like, and then like I immediately got rid of it.
I love when I hear people's first stories about Wicked Whims, because I'm always like, what is this? Like, close their computer. They're like, simulation? No.
Or like Simstagram. So like it's such a like Instagram is such an amazing fun community. So like the first day I got on there, I said like, you know what everybody says in their late 20s, early 30s, I did something. Like it's literally how I said it. I'm like, I did something today. And that could literally mean like I became a doctor or I went to the store to buy milk. Like there's no end to this.
Such a huge
range. So I said, it's like, I joined Simstagram. Like, I think this would be a really fun, creative outlet for me, because I'm emotionally feeling very drained because of the pandemic and work. And he said, yeah, absolutely. So he's scrolling through. He's like, can I see this? I said, absolutely. He got to the second photo and he turns to me and he says, are you gonna do this? And I said, well, what do you mean? What am I gonna do? He flips my phone around. It's two girls butt naked having sex with a double-ended dildo. And I was like, and it was my first ever experience with Sims porn. And I'm like,
you're like, what?
No. And I always tell people, I'm like, the Sims community is amazing. They're like a warm hug. They're amazing. But nothing prepares you for the amount of Sims porn you will see every day.
Nothing prepares you. People are like, oh, the Sims. Oh, that's the Sims. It's whatever. Like, there's a whole other side. People just
really like, right? It's like the other side of the coin. There's like the like punish, and then there's like the side you're like, I just appreciate though the not safe for work warnings, because like I'll be doing it at work, like liking stuff and posting, and my boss will come around. He's like, what you looking at? And I'll be like, nothing. He's like, what does it look like? That looks like a gentleman having a blast on a lady. And I'm like, I don't know what you're seeing. They are just canoodling. He is just picking up his contact lens. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a game, sir.
What?
This is all innocent.
My first question is why are you looking over my shoulder? Is usually the first question.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, so what are your guys' thoughts this year on like Sims? Just in general, like Sims 4 from like January 1 to August 7th.
Oh. Had a lot of salt.
Okay, yeah. Don't all answer at once.
I feel like this year I feel like they've gotten better.
Okay.
This year, I feel.
Okay.
They've had some like better ideas of stuff.
Yeah.
And I like how, I think it was either the end of last year or even the beginning of this year, how they were giving us those roadmaps. So like they're kind of like giving us like, oh, this is what we're doing, you know? So they're kind of like getting us more engaged, like what their plan is. And so we're not just like, here we go, here's a kit, here's a pat, or like, and we're just like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, what's going on? So I think they're getting better. And with like, some people wanted werewolves, they gave werewolves, you know. These people want high school, they gave high school. So like I feel like they're listening a little more, but like
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and all the inclusive stuff that they have added in, that's been really nice to see, like all the pronouns, the all the different genders and gender expressions that you could do. And I can't even remember if it was this year or not, but the skin tones have definitely been nice. And yeah, other than like really buggy packs coming out, I think overall they have been better about stuff.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about this year. I feel like they're rushing out stuff. I'm so excited for the high school pack. It is going to make my storytelling amazing because it takes place in high school for parts of it. Love that. I would have been happy though with Cottage Living being the final expansion pack. I think that was kind of really what the fans were wanting. People were devastated that horses weren't in there, and my response was, I was like, you think EA is going to do that and give you horses at the same time without you having to pay? I could see EA coming up with this exclusive major kit. It's going to be $27.99 and you get 5 different color horses and a stable. Like, there's no way they're giving us horses for under $60. Like, let's just have a minute here.
Sorry, Vanity. No horses for you.
Sorry, Vanity.
So like, I don't know, like I feel like stuff is like really rushed. I don't have the werewolf pack. I don't have high school pack just because my birthday is next week and I was saving both of those were not packs I needed right away for gameplay purposes. My number one argument I had with the werewolf pack is they're cats. They're not werewolves. They look like cats. They look like the Scooby-Doo Zombie Island cats. That's all I see. And I was a little disappointed. I mean, I'm sure you guys were disappointed as well that they didn't look 100% like what we think of traditional werewolves being.
They looked a little on the furry side.
Yeah, my first thing was, that's a friggin' furry. That is not a werewolf.
I agree.
Like, I love the Sims 3 werewolves, so I keep going. I love like going back to Sims 3 because like so many of my favorite packs were from Sims 3. So the werewolves, they don't compare to the Sims 3 werewolves. And like going back to the high school, like I love the like Generations pack. So I'm eager to see how well like the new high school pack. It's not going to compare exactly the same, but I am interested to see how that plays out, considering I love the Sims 3 version so much.
I'm curious to see as well. I've seen a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people about it. From what I heard is the school is way too big to be able to get to and from the classes. You have teenagers asking out elders. That's also been a huge problem. And apparently the fears and the make your sim tense 100% of the time. Is what
I've seen that.
is everything I've heard. So like I like the idea. I just kind of wish that like EA would always just kind of like follow through and complete it. It's like they sprinkle this like we got this and then they don't finish it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really over kits. Are we all unanimous feeling that
I haven't even bought a kit because
really?
No, I have not bought a single kit because I feel. You remember Sims 3 where we had the store?
Yes.
Where they made you pay for like every little thing that you wanted. That's what I feel like the kits are.
It is.
And I dumped a whole lot of money in Sims 3. And I refuse to do that with the little ones with Sims 4. So I have not bought a single kit.
I mean, I've bought some CAS and some build buy kits, but for the most part, like the Bust the Dust kit kind of like soured me completely.
So
who wants to vacuum?
Right?
Who wants to vacuum in real life?
And then who wants a whole kit that makes their house dusty?
Yeah.
Right?
So my friend and I, we split an account. So like it's half and half. So we have everything up to now because we split it in half. But like I have turned that off, the dust part of it off. because it just like, even with like the mods that I use that like are supposed to suppress it, it just like, it happens too fast. Like the dust happens too fast. It's like, well, okay, as an adult, I realize dust happens very fast. But it sucks. Like that sucks. And like, it's gonna like, I'm editing the most recent Social Money episode, and like you guys brought up a good point. It's like nothing is like going together. Like it's not interweaving. Nothing's interweaving anymore. Like I got the high school pack. Like Caitlin says in the episode, like the high school pack doesn't cross over with generation. Why couldn't we? Not generations.
Parenthood.
Parenthood.
Yeah. Like, why isn't that crossing over? Like, why can't you assign chores maybe? Like, make your kid vacuum, make your kid use the laundry day and do laundry. Give them an allowance or something. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not cross compatible anymore. And it's like, all of Sims 4 has been that way, and it's really sad.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way, but yeah, you're right. Like nothing really besides Parenthood and Seasons and Dine Out and Get to Work are kind of the only two that go together, but everything else is kind of like really stand on their own. Do you think that's something that maybe EA would do with the rest, whatever they're coming out with Sims 4, or do you think that's something that they focus on with Sims 5?
I feel like they may focus on Sims 5.
Yeah, Sims 5.
I think it's too late now for them to go back. And like, I agree with Caitlin. Caitlin says the coding is fundamentally broken and they're like just feeding off fundamentally broken. I agree with that. Like, it's too late now for them to go in and loop everything together. They need to, like, every time they're announcing a new pack, I'm like, stop it. Just make Sims 5. Like, stop making Sims 4. Go to Sims 5. Let's start over. All your stuff's coming out broken. Like, stop it.
I honestly, I'm just so tired of a pack coming out and then the patch update is like 24 hours before.
Yeah.
I'm just honestly annoyed with that because I always see, because like honestly, I forget when patches are, and I'll see you guys be like, it's a patch day, and I was like, fuck. I had things to do today. I had like a plan. Now I have to go back up everything. God damn it. But like we shouldn't have to do that for every single patch update.
Yeah.
And then a patch like 2 days after the patch comes out.
Because the patch didn't fix what the patch was supposed to fix.
Or it broke more shit. Like the children, I had Dina Caliente ask out Max Villarreal as a child.
Okay.
So, ew. First of all,
adult child, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he was like a child. Adult to child, yeah.
Okay.
But like, that was fixed after the patch, but still, like, why I brought this up like in a comment section in one of the groups. I was like, they like rightfully so banned people from making mods for children and dogs or like animals in general. Yeah. They banned people from making mods where that happens, and rightfully so. But like, they just put this in the daggone game and like didn't even realize it was a thing. They're like, oops.
Again, it's like they're turning in the rough draft and not the final project before the due date. And then they're like, oh snap, let me go in and fix this real quick for some extra credit, but it's not extra credit. You should have just done it all at once.
I just think the people at the top of EA that are making these decisions are just rushing through things because I think they want to get everything done with Sims 4 so they can get the rest of the team working on Sims 5. But they they don't have the staff to be able to do that. And I don't think they have the capabilities of just being like EA needs to make money. Like because like the thing is like EA will come out and say like, well then just don't buy the pack if you don't want it.
Yeah.
So it's like, but that's so cruel because I'm a huge believer that EA doesn't actually make the Sims, the community does.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Like Caitlin had brought up that there was like, for example, 21, I think, QA testers on like City Living,
Mhm.
and then there was 6.
Like,
on
yeah,
the
5 or
stuff
6.
pack. So like, what's going on? Like, the pandemic, like Caitlin mentions, like the pandemic, but no, that's not a thing anymore. It's been 2 years. Why are you like, people can work from home and do this kind of like programming type stuff. Like, I'm sure people in the community would love to like test the game. I guess that's kind of what they're doing with Game Changers, is having like, because like Plumbella, for example, I watch her like religiously. She's like, just so you know, this is a pack. I got it early. Anything that's in this game could come into the final game. It may not. This is like, they have to do this whole disclaimer thing. So like, yeah, that's cool. But also like, why aren't you giving these people like an even heavier tested pack before?
Especially if their whole job is to do gameplay, so people like us will buy it.
Yeah.
You would think it would be
Exactly.
like the finalist cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For their best possible product, so people are like, yes, I will throw like $40 into that pack.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of it being like, maybe. Wow.
I think because they all
Fix it down the line, maybe.
they'll fix it down the line, but I think they also bank on it that people are going to buy it regardless eventually.
Yeah.
Which they do, because even us,
Oh,
we'd
yeah.
be like, maybe not now, but down the line, because it will complete my game. I will buy this pack, you know. So
Yeah.
Right? Like, being a completionist, you have to complete. Like, I have mostly everything, but I will refuse to buy the first pet stuff pack. Sorry.
That's the majority of us. I think that is the majority of us. I think I may have it because it was on sale.
Yeah.
I was just like, what is this all about?
I
don't use it. I do not use it.
I won an Instagram contest, and I was like, win a stuff pack. So they're like, what stuff pack do you want? So I thought I'd really pull their leg and say like, oh, I want first pet. And the response was, I would pick another one. I was like, yeah, I'm just messing with you. I got the fashion one.
Machino.
Nice.
Machino.
Whatever.
Because I wanted to do, like, before wedding, my wedding stories came out, I wanted to do a wedding venue collab, and I wanted to have a photography section. So I wanted the camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Right. So I was just like, I'll take that one. They're like, is sure?
Even that one, they're like, oh, really? Like,
I mean, better than the pets, I guess.
Yes, I would assume so. Because like, I even like Kelsey PGK on the 100 Baby Challenge. She's like, yeah, you can have hamsters. I'm like,
Hey, hamsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like having a hamster in real life. We're like, okay, cool.
Okay, cool. I'll just leave it
And now
there.
what?
Yeah. I'll forget to feed it, and then I'll get like a notification that Hamtaro is needing food, and then I'll go feed it, and then that's the end of the day. So
Yeah.
anyways, let's switching gears to way more positive conversations, because I feel like there's no saving my first pet. But I would definitely want to hear about Under the Plumbob podcast. How did it start, and like, how did you guys all meet each other?
Well, we all kind of, I don't know how active we still are in listening, but we all used to listen to the same podcast, My Favorite Murder. And there are so many like standalone like Facebook groups. Subgroups, yeah. And we were all in the one that we all listened to the podcast, and we all play The Sims. And one day we all started talking. We're like, there's not a really good Sims podcast out there. So a bunch of us just all got in a group chat, and we're like, yeah, let's get this going. Let's do this. Here, you guys do this, you guys do this. And it's basically how we started.
Kind of dwindled down the members from there on who could actually do stuff, who couldn't. And then 4 years later, here we are.
Wow. We're down to 7, but that's, yeah.
Who would have thought true crime in a video game would be the best parts of your life?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it literally started as like a question in the Facebook the Facebook group of if you did a podcast, who would be on it, and everyone's like, yeah, and then
That was like 24, like I was looking at something the other day in the like Google Docs we have, and I'm like, who is this? Who is this?
Yeah.
There's like 24 people, and I'm like, who? Victoria? Who?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
Either
there's a lot of names
Victoria
that we
was
just
really good or really bad. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, it's just like we'd have a lot of people that would be like, well, we already have enough people doing this, so can you do this? And then they just kind of like disappear.
Yeah, like, nah, I wanted to do this, so peace out. And we're like, okay, well, there's 24 people, goodbye.
So you guys just came back from a break. What'd you guys do in your break?
We just relaxed.
Yeah.
Relax. I worked a
Had
lot.
summer.
So
Yeah. I did start playing The Sims again. I have a Speed Legacy going, so I did kind of get back into actually like regularly playing the game again.
Do you guys just ever just play The Sims for fun anymore? Because I don't do that.
I do.
I play for
I
work.
do.
I don't play for fun. Really?
I procrastinated a little too much this week and played.
It's like half work, half research for the podcast, like half play.
Mhm.
So it's like, because like I recently finally got the high school years, so I was playing again over my last couple of days off. But I was also like, I know we're gonna have an episode about it later, so it's like I'm like researching but playing at the same time.
Yeah,
so it's
it's
like,
the same thing with my Speed Legacy. Like I know we're gonna do a Speed Legacy episode in the future, so I'm like, I want to get through my Speed Legacy, but I'm also having fun with it, so I'll take the trade off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. So talk me through how you come up with a segment to it going to air.
A lot of times it's just like if somebody has an idea like they see around on the internet, or it's like, hey, I've been playing this style or this challenge or something, we'll like bring it to the group chat.
Okay.
it's a very free form of like, hey, if you have an idea, like you'll run with it.
Mhm.
Kind of like if it's your idea, you're kind of like the one in charge of it.
Yeah.
And kind of like getting it put together. And then, or, someone else will be like, hey, we have a reminder. Let's do this. Like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
We'll get back into it. We're very much like, I don't know, we used to do episodes every week. And then we realized that was just too much for all of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And because again, there's only 7 of us and we have regular lives outside of this. So we realized it was too much. And so we're like, let's do every other week. So we're able to kind of like have more of a free flow of ideas and kind of how we record stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's only me and Jessica now that edit, so it's like I work 2 to 10, so like I don't have much time before work, and then I don't like after work my brain is just drained and it's like 10 o'clock at night and I don't want to do anything. So it's like I try to get the episodes that are further out, and then Jess kind of gets the ones that are like closer in.
Okay.
So like we get that done and we trade off. So like if it was like a week, we were doing like stuff every week, it probably would have been like I don't know how we would have got it done, because like there'd be no
We
time.
wouldn't have. Yeah. I think we would have burned ourselves out trying to edit for a weekly
Yeah.
thing.
I got you. I put the disclaimer at the front. This is uncut. It's literally just what's in the middle.
Yeah.
Cut off the ends.
I know, we're always like, sorry guys, who have to edit this.
Last 2 times Jen's edited an episode, I've done something. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Jen.
Yeah. I just cut it and I'm like, it's okay. I got you. And then like me and Ava and Julia were recording something, and like we went off on a tangent at the end of that episode, and Ava's like, this probably shouldn't be, it was like a political rant. Ava was like, this probably shouldn't be in the episode. I'm like, yep. How about we end it now? We can keep going. And I'll just cut it all out.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I am known for tangents. Like this much is usually Sims talk, and the rest of it is just like like anything, like literally anything. Like, why do French fries have to taste so good but be so bad for you?
Yeah.
exactly.
I
don't know.
I know. I'm currently doing keto because we're having an engagement shoot in a couple weeks, and I have to lose 20 pounds of COVID weight in a month.
Oh no.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
what? I don't?
You don't.
Yeah, everyone's beautiful.
But I have this beautiful dress that I bought for it, and it's a little snug. And I was like,
no.
it's just a little, because I eat chicken nuggets, like it's a full-time job. There was a job posting in Canada that you were a chicken nugget enthusiast, and the whole point is for you to go around and try different chicken nuggets and rate them. If you don't think I put in 7 resumes, called them repeatedly, and was like, I'll do this for free. I don't care about the health risks. I will be your chicken nugget enthusiast.
I'll do this for free.
Honestly, that sounds like a dream job.
Right? Because you'll see, you know, you go on like BuzzFeed or Facebook or any, like they'll be like, dream job at Disneyland, tasting the baked goods. And I'm like, how does that job exist? And I work in marketing. Like, so one of our biggest clients is Google. We do everything in the Ontario area for Google and most of Canada. They have a job of being a food taster for the calf. So every Google has 5 Michelin star restaurants inside.
Oh wow.
What?
So
Dang.
there are food tasters in there just to taste the food that the Google employees eat.
Oh my God.
I was like, I went to culinary school. Where can I sign up for this? I'll take that job. Oh yeah, they have cafes. They have yoga studios. They, like those like sci-fi movies where they have the sense pods where you can like go in and float. Yeah, they have those in every Google.
What?
Oh, wow.
Right? I'm just like, I sit at my desk on a fluorescent light and pray for 5 o'clock.
Retail. Why can't I do this?
I sit here and yell at doctors to read what they need to read.
I work at a restaurant and deal with bitchy customers all goddamn day who didn't get their free fries. Like,
oh, okay. Can we just take a minute and just say normal consumers have just gotten worse since COVID, because like no one has patience for anything. They want everything for free. They don't understand that maybe we don't have it because it's stuck somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But all the Karens are just like, but I need it. Like, I'll be like, because I work marketing. Like, can I speak to your manager? I'm like, this isn't like a fucking Michael's, okay? Like,
yeah.
Like I am the manager, and no, you can't talk to me any further. Goodbye. Hang up.
I love when I come up to a table because I am the manager, and I'd be like, yes, like, oh, we don't want to speak with you. I'm like, then I don't know who else you're going to speak with, sir. It's going to be me. So figure it out. I'll go to corporate. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. Do you want the number? I will give it to you right now.
When I was
go to corporate.
When I was 21, I was Michael's Craft Store, so I was a manager, and they'd be like, I'm gonna go to corporate for you, and I'd be like, perfect. I would go like this to hire my name is Janet. I'll spell it out for you because Janet worked there and she was a bitch. I'm like J, like Jennifer,
but not Jennifer.
Oh yeah, no, I can't, because like my boss is really moody. Like just like the most moody, like we joke that he's going through menopause because like he's just like this. Like he was mad on Friday because his coffee was slightly burnt.
Oh no.
Oh, I know, poor baby. I know. So after he leaves, because like when he's mad, he's like,
Jeez.
Like that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Like you do you. So he leaves, and my boss comes over and he's like, oh, isn't he just so miserable today? I'm like, oh, isn't he? And then they're like, oh, he's so moody. I'm like, I know, he's like the moodiest here. And then we get into this list of like, who's the moodiest? Well, let me tell you, I was number 1 on the list. And I had no idea. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you're like a bitch. Like you're you're so when you're hungry, you're miserable. When you're in your period, you're miserable. You're just miserable all the time. You take a bad phone call, you're miserable. Corporate doesn't like your marketing idea, you're miserable. I'm like, yeah, can't you tell why? You just listed valid reasons. Wouldn't you be?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. I haven't had actual sugar in 3 weeks. The fact that all you guys are still standing is incredible. Because now they're all like, oh, like I'm eating this like beautiful donut and they're doing it in front of me. And I'm like, of course I'm going to be mad. I want the sugar. So now I'm like, if you're eating donuts and pastries in front of me, I'm like, you have to describe it to me like I'm a lover. You need to whisper sweet nothings into my ear. If you're like, this is so chocolatey, I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And they're like, my boss is always like, if you weren't so good at what you do, I don't know if you'd still work here. And I'm like, high praise. Oh, I'm like, I brought poop.
You're like, I'll take that.
I normalize poop and farts into our work conversations. Because of me, we have a designated farting area. It's boxed off into the corner. And if you have to fart, you go in the farting corner. Or I started this conversation. So say like someone calls and be like, oh yeah, like to one of our coworkers, like, oh yeah, he's pooping, but he'll call you back. And like the first time, and he's like, I wasn't pooping. I'm like, I don't know, you were in there for like 10 minutes.
Well, a bit.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what you're doing. I hope it's just pooping if you're in there for 10.
Fucking around on my phone real quick. It was fine.
Yeah, he's TikTok. My partner ends up in there for 2 hours after work. And I'm like, I'll hear scroll. Blah, blah, blah. Chrissy, wake up. Scroll.
Okay, can we just take a minute that all TikTokers are just like, okay, hi guys, so here's my video, and this is, and it just, they go so quick, and I'm like, what did you say?
Because they know people are scrolling, so they're trying to get that first little like tidbit in that 5 seconds of hearing them.
Like,
oh, hey guys,
grab him, pull him in.
Or
so today we're gonna
Nope.
Anyway,
I like scrolling back through people's TikToks. It's like the ones that are like, hey guys, today we're doing this and blah 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 blah. And then the farther back you go, the more like laid back they get. So you know that they've gotten more and more like, hey, animated, I can get
about it.
More animated. I get more views. I get more people.
Anyways, podcast. What's your guys' favorite segment that you guys have ever done?
I don't know that we have segments so much.
Or like favorite episodes.
The Twilight bonus episode was definitely my favorite.
That was a good one.
Okay, tell everybody what happened in that episode.
Well, so it was me, Julia, and Vanity talking about Twilight, and it's a bonus episode. It'll be on Patreon if anyone wants to pop in and listen. So me and okay, so it's kind of a spectrum of Julia loves Twilight. I hate Twilight. Vanity hates Twilight. So like Vanity kept referencing Harry Potter because she loves Harry Potter. I have seen one Harry Potter movie. I've never read any book. Vanity just like her mind just like melted. Like I've seen one Harry Potter movie. I've read none of the books. I've seen bits and pieces. And she's just like, what do you mean? I was like, it's not a thing. Everything I know about Harry Potter, I know from other people. Like, it's like her mind just like was blown. But like me, like Vanity's like talking about things, and me and Julia are like, that didn't happen, sweetheart. Where did I get this from? And then there's like one section I had to cut out, but it was hilarious. Like Julia's boyfriend was like, he came in the background because like he'll come in sometimes, but like he won't say anything. You kind of got to be like, Julia, John's back there. And he's just standing there, and like Vanity just like bluntly goes, Julia, there's a ghost behind you. And I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? There's nothing back there. And then Julie's like, huh? And she turns around and she goes, oh, that's just John.
realization that it was him and not an actual ghost because you two actually thought there was a ghost there.
Well, like my dumb self, like I don't realize anything until it's too late. So like had it been a ghost, I would have been like, oh shit, Julia's dead because I didn't know it was a ghost.
This is how I go, guys. Yeah. Like, you know, like any like horror TikTok movie now where they're filming like their video, they're the final girl, and you see like the ghost behind. The question is like, you can see what's behind you at like all times. Like, how can you not notice this like this like giant person behind you or a shadow?
This guy I watch on YouTube, what's his name? Mr. Gigi. He like was going through the like TikTok videos where they do stupid stuff like that. Like he likes to debunk stuff like that. And he's like, first of all, how would you have not realized that like there's a thing in the apparition while you're taking a video? How did you have to wait until you watched your video back to notice there's an apparition back there? It is always just like nutso stuff. And he's like, okay, there's no way, because like, how do you not realize this is there? How do you not hear this going on? And it's like very loud in your video. How do you people just like not realize this stuff?
I agree. Or it's like a psychic will be like, okay, so I can visualize somebody who likes the color orange yellow. And you have a family member that has a family member that has a dog. And I'm picturing it now. You eat bread. Who is a hair? And you have Teresa in the back corner being like, oh my God, it's me.
I eat bread.
The best one, I was watching a video making fun of Gwyneth Paltrow's Netflix show where she does like these like 10 like ultra health things, and they have bring a psychic on, and the psychic is questioning the person's like, I don't know what you're talking about, none of this is me. And the executive producer comes up, oh my God, you're talking about my grandfather. And because the psychic throws out Shrek. Like that is confidence. Like if you have a personal story with Shrek, like
I also have a personal story with Shrek. Donkey.
I love donkeys and onions, Shrek.
I'm making waffles this morning.
At Lord Farquaad.
Oh my God. Anyways, podcast. So I see you guys are going back through and reviewing old packs. I saw that you just did Sims 2 Nightlife. What pack stands the test of times? Like I'm talking not Sims 4, but any of like the older ones stands the test of times in your personal opinion, and what one is 100% overrated?
Ooh,
I hate Star Wars. I think it is the dumbest friggin' thing in the whole entire world. Like I told my friend, I'm not paying for this pack.
No,
like, I'm not. You pay for it yourself if you want it. And she's like, okay. And I'm like I hate P2. I hate Star Wars. And then like we went and saw one of the Thor and whatever, and they had like a Star Wars like commercial, and I was like, oh look, it's the Sims pack. But on that matter, I think the best pack probably was, there's so many that stand out. Like I think like I'm with Caitlin, and I think Sims 2 was the best. Like I have my opinions that like Sims 2 was like the best all around. Sims 3 had the best gameplay. Sims 4 has the best looking Sims.
Mm-hmm.
So like anything from Sims 2, I think was just like, if they could just redo all of Sims 2, I think that would be amazing. Even like, I liked like the H&M, like that stuff could probably go. Like, but I mean, The Sims is always going to do tie-ins with like major brands since then. So like, I mean, why not? Like, why not just like make The Sims 2 Sims look better and like bring back that type of style? I love The Sims 2.
Okay. Jen, I agree. I definitely think they should bring back The Sims 2. I really wish it would go on Origins. Like put the whole Sims 2 collection,
Yes.
$49.99. People would buy it more than they would kids.
It.
Yeah, right? Because
they had it free. Like if you had one Sims 2 pack or like a bunch of them, you could log into your account and then you could get your Sims 2 on Origin. They had that for a very, very short time.
Really?
But like, I think you're right. I think that if you said, hey, this, even like, I don't know, because like coding, I think Caitlin said she had to go back and like do something to her computer to make this.
Her graphics card didn't recognize it or something like that.
Like make it upgraded where like we can do all that. And like, I think like maybe $50, maybe $20 even, like, since it's so old, like I think people would buy it.
If they did a remastered version of Sims 2, like they can remaster everything else they've been doing, that they could do a real good cash grab with that one.
I
good point on that one.
I think
I'd buy it. I'd try it.
I think the problem is I'd go and play because I know Allie, you didn't play it. I think I'd be like, oh, the rose-colored glasses are off. It's actually not as amazing unicorn spectacular that I remember, because like I will stand on the hill right now and say Sims 2 is the best game. I haven't played Sims 2 in like 15 years. That sounds about right. So I'm just like Stassi child brain is like, yeah, this is cool. Stassi adult brain is like, oh, it sucks.
I played it after they had that, because that wasn't, I want to say that was like 2012 or 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, it's been, I'm pretty sure, since Sims 4 came out.
Okay.
And like I played it, and like the only thing that drove me nuts was you can't, like, it's harder to keep Sims happy, because like now it's so easy, and like it's so easy, you can click on the, I think Caitlin said you click on the thing, which I did that last night. Like my mind exploded. I was like, I listened to Caitlin say that and I'm like, holy shit, I need to do this. And it is like the best thing ever. You just click on the needs and it fixes
and they go and take care of themselves. Yeah.
Like,
or if you think how none of us knew that.
None of us knew that.
Yeah.
Or if you press shift and you click on the character and you can say make happy and it makes them all happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it loses any negative, if they're scared, spooked, anxiety, sad, it completely gets rid of it.
I like, it was harder to keep them happy, which like I'm with Plumbella, like I miss the drama. It's like they're just like happy all the time. I think that was maybe Whiny Brit that said like they're just happy, there's no drama anymore. Like, but it is hard to keep them happy in older iterations, especially Sims 1. Like you can't even keep them alive. But
yeah, everything's on fire.
Yeah,
at all
the time.
Everything's just burning.
Like, anytime I Google Sims 1 photos, they're all in flames. Everything's on fire.
Very true, yeah.
Or they're in the skydiving thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
photos.
Allie, Jessica, packs, overrated, underrated. Can be any iteration.
I say definitely the best packs in every iteration are always the ones that add the cities to them. So like nightlife, late night, city living. They always add like so much culture and just all kinds of activities. So like that is like definitely with like Sims 3 for the longest time I just had the base game and late night. So and like Caitlin said, all she had for the longest time was Sims 2, the base game, and nightlife. So it's like those two go together like so perfectly with every iteration, I feel.
Okay. I like that.
For me, it's anything that has to give me gameplay with, it's funny because I hate playing with a big family, but anything has to do with like family wise. So like Generations with Sims 3, that gave a lot for the children, the teenagers going to prom, doing all that kind of stuff, giving them more activities to do. Yeah. And then even with Sims 4, them trying to do it with parenthood and everything else. Because I like that gameplay of them seeing them going from babies to toddlers to children to teens, and I usually move them out and then start all over again. But fend for themselves. But so anything that has to do with like family wise, I feel like they could have been better with parenthood, but I feel like they did fantastic when it comes to generations for Sims 3.
Yeah.
And then overrated.
That's a hard question. I'm the whole time you've been talking, I'm sitting here, I'm like, what game pack is overrated to me?
I think I don't know which one's overrated. I feel like the one I just didn't care much for was Into the Future for Sims 3.
Yeah, that
I was like, why?
leaning towards that one too.
I was like, why? I think that was the last one before they went to Sims 4 anyway.
Yeah.
So they were like, here y'all go. I was like, why? Why, guys?
Yeah, you can go to the future, you can make it a utopia or a dystopia, but why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
Why do I want to?
And I bought it and I went, why did I even buy this thing?
A complete collection.
I think anything has to do with like space, I don't particularly care for.
Yeah.
Future-wise, don't. No,
I don't know, it's just a weird aspect that I feel that it adds to the games. I think it's not always like what I want in my games when I'm playing.
Yeah.
That's fair. For me, I would say Superstar, like the first, like, is super underrated.
Oh, forgot about Superstar.
I did. I just downloaded that one and I completely forgot that I had it.
Like, it's the most forgotten, but I loved that pack.
I loved it.
See,
Like the gameplay.
right? Everyone like, oh, I was like, oh, like making magic. No. That's like a hidden gem in the Sims history is making magic / vacations and Unleash. But Superstar, everyone always forgets Superstar. I don't know, packs that are just overrated. I would kind of like, I didn't play any Sims 3, so I don't have a leg to stand. I'm currently looking at a bunch of them because I bought them like the discs because they were at a Value Village for like 80 cents. So I just bought like everything Sims that was there. I don't know. I would say like, I know we touched upon like the H&M like stuff packs for Sims 2. Like to me, like those types of stuff packs, because like I have the celebration stuff pack, the family stuff pack, and the happy holidays stuff for Sims 2. Like I kind of feel like the stuff packs at that time weren't really hashed. They were weird.
Yeah.
They weren't like super hashed out. People liked them at the time because it was different. But if you held up right now, EA announces that they're going to release happy holidays stuff, they'd be like,
they did, and it's like, that was a weird thing that they did for Sims 4 at the beginning. Like, before
it's like in the base game now.
the Christmas thing,
the Christmas stuff. Yes.
And then there's a little bit of like spooky something. Like,
it's like a spooky something that you got with it.
It doesn't make any sense, especially that they released season so much later. Like, that didn't make any sense. What do we know? But that didn't make any sense to me.
Do you know what the Sims team needs to do? They need to make an advent calendar. I would shit my pants for an advent calendar. Because everything is like, beer has an advent calendar, Chanel has an advent calendar, McDonald's in the UK has an advent calendar. Everyone has the advent calendar. Like, right? So I'm like, I think that'd be cool. Like, open it up. So spend like, I don't know, $30, open it up, you get like a shoe, a hat, a stocking. Decorative pillows. Please, for the love of God, decorative pillows.
Yes. That would be so fun.
I was so mad when the decor to the Max kit came out, and I literally said, I was talking to Sim Build Boy, and I was like, this better have decorative pillows. It has decor in the name. And they did it. And they gave us a weird fucking bird thing instead. And I was and like a vortex hole. I'm like, who in their house has a vortex hole, an ostrich, and wallpaper with the roses bigger than the heads of the Sims?
That's weird.
Yeah, that was
I
the
think-
Decor to Max pack that came out.
I
don't
think
know.
a lot of people had way high hopes for that one, and it was just like, no.
I wanted decorative pillows and a throw. That's all I wanted. You know, when you're in your bed, it's cute, just like a nice little throw on there. Why does that need to be CC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
have
Yeah.
we have Elon Musk flying to like the tops of the like atmosphere and coming back, but yet we have to download CC pillows. I'm just saying something doesn't make sense here. I'm hoping for
Makes
that
no
because like
sense.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, like, yeah, I started making CC because I really wanted a pillow. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. They're like, yeah, the couches look so weird without pillows on there. I'm like, they do.
Don't they?
They
And
look
even the
so-
couches,
right?
even the couches that like have the pillows that like come on it, they just look
Yeah.
funky
They don't
they
look right.
Yeah.
They're not 3D. They're just in the pattern.
Yeah.
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 It's like somebody like painted a pillow onto the couch.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, speaking of painting pillows on the couch, do you ladies have anything else you want to share about your podcast?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you I'm giving you, because I'm marketing, you have 30 seconds. I want an elevator pitch of your podcast. When you're ready, go.
Oh, I have ADHD. I can't do this under pressure.
Well, under the Plumbob podcast, we're all about The Sims. If you like hearing about anything, we have lore, we have building episodes, we have gameplay episodes. We talk about new stuff going on.
Mods. We talk about mods.
Mods, yes, we talk about a lot of the mods. We got anything. We have fun. Max's Madness is always fun. We love doing our little
man.
brackets.
We have a fun Discord, and we have we have fun on our bonus episodes a lot.
Yep, we have tons of bonus episodes. Check us out.
We have fun and we talk a lot of shit.
You had me at the the Max's match because I laughed my ass off because like obviously with March Madness, like everybody has to have a goddamn
bracket
Bracket.
system or
Thank
something.
you. Okay, controversial statement. Do you think Bella Goth is like saying Pikachu is my favorite Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of went into that saying,
Yeah.
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 I'm pretty sure Bella's gonna win this one.
Yeah, because it's the safe answer,
It's just yeah. It's
Yeah.
like oh,
Everyone knows Bella Goth.
right?
Ava was like, when we were in the chat, Ava was like, not Bella Goth. Bella Goth can't win because she's like, everybody thinks of Bella Goth. We need somebody to actually win. And then I think like Bella won with us and with our listeners. So it was like,
it was basically unanimous.
fortunately.
Right. Next year you should go favorite townie. No Bella Goth.
Nope,
No
she
Goth.
has been
I know.
elevated to the Hall of Fame. She is not. She's not competing anymore.
Yeah, she's a judge now. We
Yes.
we put her on the
Yeah.
judging panel.
Oh yeah. So Bella, who do you choose? Not
Picture of all of us
Mortimer.
with Bella. Mortimer has been disqualified.
And your kids.
Oh my god.
Anyone
Anyway.
but Don Lothario.
Oh my gosh, ladies, it has been an absolute pleasure getting to sit down and talk to you guys today and learn a little bit more about your podcast. So why don't you tell everybody where they can find your podcast?
Okay, I got this.
Oh, you did get the socials!
Yes.
This is why Jess is the best.
We are Plumbobcast on Instagram and Twitter, Plumbob Podcast on Reddit, Under the Plumbob Podcast on Facebook and Tumblr. And we have a website, plumbobcast.com.
And you guys have merch now.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
do
have
have
merch.
merch. Yes.
Yes.
So you know
we
I'm
do.
plugging your stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. If you want to go to bit.ly/Plumbob merch, you can find all our fun designs there.
We have some great catchphrases and some, sweatshirts and cups and tote bags,
and
stickers,
everything.
Amazing. Please go check out their podcast. Please go check out their merch. Episodes air every other Wednesday, so please go check those out. Like I said, ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. I am excited to see what you guys do with the rest of your season.
Thank
This has been
you.
so much
Fun.
fun.
Oh my gosh, I agree. You guys are welcome back anytime.
Yay.
Okay.
Yay, thank
Yes,
you.
you're welcome. Anyways, have a great day, guys.
Thanks.
Too.
Thank you. Bye.
You too. Bye.